Hey, what is up guys, it's your boy Speed here, and today we're back with the Pause for tier list. I apologize for back-to-back bristleback videos. I'm very fond of that hero, but nonetheless, we're back with something new. We're going over all of the worst to best Pause for heroes, and let's get into it. On top of that, go sign up to the Game League website, guys. I'm posting new content over there almost every day, and I'll see you there. But alright, starting off with the worst heroes. Let's break it down. So first off, we have Monkey King, which, I mean, you will never see in the pro scene right now. You know, it's funny I say that, but I can't actually imagine that it's that bad at the highest level, mainly due to flex viability. But in your pubs, don't pick this. You're not going to have impact. Really, the impact would come from good vision and wave push. Okay, next up is Batrider. This hero got nerfed way too hard. Although it does still fill some niche roles like good laning, in general, the execution in the mid game is way too hard. You're not going to get value out of the hero. You're just going to fall off like a freaking rock. I saw in a comment section, someone said fall off like an anvil from a skyscraper. I actually really like that one. Then we have Tiny. I would say out of all the melee 4s, Tiny is just a bit too hard to play. Number one, execution-wise, like toss combo is very hard, but actually more so is the mana problems. This hero as a support is very hard to manage, mainly due to the mana pool. It's really awkward, the laning is very awkward, it's just kind of awkward. Then we have Tusk. I think Tusk at the highest level is good, mainly because you can pick it with very specific synergies to try to dominate certain lanes. It also can be played as a save, but I think, again, kind of similar to Tiny, it's very technical. You guys know how I feel about these tier lists. I'm here to make you gain rank. If you want to put all of your time into Tusk, actually don't. I don't even think if you're like the best Tusk in the world, it's going to make you shoot up an MMR. I think, yes, if you understand the limits of tag team very well and, like, you know, play around the Ags late game, there can be value in this hero, but just in general, it's too hard. Then we have Hoodwink. I think the numbers aren't there. Honestly, like, my take on Hoodwink is that the hero is conceptually very good. It one-shots creep waves at some point. It has a low cooldown nuke. It's hard to kill, but the laning is just terrible. Ever since they got rid of tree bounce trick shot, the laning is just terrible. So yeah, I would not suggest picking Hoodwink. I think the hero, again, kind of just too hard to scale. The only redeeming factor of the hero, in my opinion, is the shard at the moment. I think is excellent if you know how to use it. It's just a lot of damage amp, but I just don't think, like, again, kind of like Tusk, it's just a lot of single target damage, and it's hard to execute properly and feel good about it, so I'd stay away. Then we have Techies and Snapfire, where we start to get to a lot more magic damage. You know, you can really blow people up, have more teamfight impact, but the numbers aren't there. These heroes are both nerfed way too much, and as a result, they're just bad. But they're not that bad. Okay, then we have Slark in the C tier. You guys have probably seen the rise of Slark in the pro scene as of late. The main reason why is teams like Paravision are using him for excellent vision game, right? The hero is the best in the game at playing the vision game. It has disengage. It literally tells you if there's a ward on you. I mean, it's excellent in that regard. It also has a save in its shard. However, if you aren't playing at a power vision level of Dota, don't play Slark. You're probably just gonna feed, D-ward like not as many wards. Honestly, in 3K, every time I watch the games, all the wards are just on the hills anyway. So you're basically Slark on any hero if you just know that. Nah, I'm kidding, but you get the point. It's just too much of a teamwork hero. Rubik, this hero, honestly, maybe I should have put this in the D tier. This hero just has been shit for a long time. I hate having Rubik on my team. It's like the meme pause for when a core player has to play support, they pick Rubik. Then we have Marcy. I actually thought this hero would be way better at the start of the patch, but it's just like until you have BKB, you're such a bot in teamfights, and the execution is too difficult. It actually is kind of like Tusk, a very teamwork heavy hero, like combo. I would actually say more accurately, it's a combo heavy hero. You gotta really pick it with specific things, kind of like the IO and such, or like in terms of cores, stuff like PA can be really nasty. Too much of a combo hero. Then we have a Grimstroke, same thing, too much of a combo hero, but the hero's spells are very good. If you put time in a Grim, it can really do a lot. This is a hero with like a very high ceiling, and so if you're like one of those people that just like kind of like picking a hero that's a little difficult and trying to min-max it, this hero with the fine art facet is really interesting. Its shard is really good. Its Ags is really good. It has like a lot of scaling. The ulti can be really good. You know what I mean? But in general, the execution just tends to be a bit too much. The laning isn't the best, and it is sort of a combo hero. You want to pair Inks well with jumpers like Storm and Tiny. Then we have Earth Spirit. You click Magnetize, it's okay. You can frontline, it's okay. Then we have Pudge. I mean, Hook's like a fine spell. If you hit your hooks, it's like a C tier hero. Then we have Muerta. Team Spirit thinks this hero is S tier. I don't. in pubs, okay, even at the pro scene, I don't think this is an S tier hero. I think the value of Muerta is that the hero is a decent laner, not great anymore. It used to be S tier. Now it's just like a B tier laner ever since all the nerfs. You buy an Atos, one of the best items in the game right now. You set up with your spells, so you're a great setup hero. And I would say maybe most importantly in Muerta is that she's a frontliner. Yes, you heard that right. Muerta's a frontliner. So if you understand how to like bait with Muerta, I think this hero shoots up to like high B tier, right? Because of her ult and like the W. It's like a vision hero. It's more of a melee frontliner than a backliner. And I think if you understand that, the hero goes up, but most players don't. And the scaling is there with like Gleipnir, Ags, 20 talent. It can be interesting. Furion, I think Furion's a decent support, but you tend to just want spells in pubs, and he just doesn't have that. You kind of have to learn how to scale. Otherwise, it's just a bad hero. Then we have Earthshaker in the B tier. I think this hero in pubs is just really, really good. It just team fights very well. You know, classic Echo, Fisher, just high impact team fight spells. But other than that, it's just fine. Clinks, I would say in terms of Clinks, I actually do believe in this hero as a support more than probably other people do. Its laning stage is okay. It's one of the best vision game heroes. So not the best in pubs. You know, I always kind of stress that I think like in team environments, so if you're playing in like some sort of league, this hero can be a lot better because it can give really good vision. It places exceptionally good wards. You know what I mean? That's a big reason like teams want to use Rickies and Slarks, right? So that you have, and Bounty Hunters, so that you have good vision. And so if you're min-maxing that and you're communicating and playing around it, it can be awesome. And this hero scales very well. I think the support build is actually just a Bloodthorn Rush, and you play to be like some noxious solo kill hero around the map. Then we have Dark Willow. This hero's just fine, just got nerfed too hard. Some team fights, some pick off, good laner, or solid laner. Then we have Zeus, same thing. I mean, this hero just got nerfed too hard. It's just kind of one of those heroes where I love it conceptually as a support. Because it just does a lot of damage. It tends to be a good laner, but yeah, they just hit it too hard a few too many times. I think it's actually a little underrated right now. I do believe that people like should think about Zeus a tad more. I do believe that this hero is still okay, but it's mainly overshadowed by some of the other damage heroes, like, well, they're on this list, but Ringmaster and Jakiro, right? Are just kind of better Zeuses. Then we have Weaver. I think this hero with Hive Mind is very good, actually, still. I think the Vessel variant of Weaver, even though they nerfed this hero, basically the main nerf to Weaver is that you can Yules the bug. If you're against a Weaver, buy Yules. And that is the unfortunate part of current state of Weaver. You want to buy Vessel and put Vessel bugs on a sup, but unfortunately, you can just Yules both of them. Previously, you couldn't Yules the bug. So if you were a sup and you bought a Yules against Weaver, you would dispel the Vessel, but like you would still just die to the bug, and now you have to spend 2.7k gold on a Yules that isn't actually saving you. So it wasn't that good, but now it just is that good, unfortunately. So yeah, but I still think the hero scales very well. I think if people itemize poorly against it, it's still very, very good. Then we have Shadow Demon. Execution is way too high, but I actually believe this hero is underrated currently in the pro scene. I believe that its shard is overpowered. It just got nerfed a lot. Like a lot. Otherwise, the hero, in my opinion, is conceptually one of the best in the game. A Dispel, which is hyper valuable both ways, defensively and offensively. Its W is still excellent. Its E is a stack tool. It has a solid laning stage. It has a save. It can be set up. Like, I really do believe in Shadow Demon. Very good base stats. So, yeah. Then we have Skywrath Mage. I don't think this hero at the highest level is good at all. I think it's terrible. But at the lowest level, you can just kind of blow people up with Atos combo, and that's what you should do. And it's not bad if you do that. Really, you can go Atos into E-Blade and blow people up. It's not bad. Then we have Coddle. I think this hero requires a bit of synergy, but if you really learn the intricacies of Coddle and play the combos like the Storm, the Ember, the Tiny, and really learn how to play around Recall and the Shard and the Ags, it is absolutely a B tier, if not A tier hero. It just does so much. This hero does so much. Its ulti heals, it gives mana, it stacks very well, you know, it does a lot. You just gotta really know the hero. It's not a hero you can pick up and be B tier. If it's your first game of Coddle, it's probably more like a D or an E tier hero. If it's your 20th game of Coddle, it's probably an A tier hero. Alright, then we have Pugna. I think this hero is just well-rounded. Decent laner, good spells, just solid. Not your typical pause 4, but solid. Then we have Spirit Breaker, easy to play, stuns, front lines. It's good in pubs, just baits. Then we have Ringmaster, hard to play, a lot of buttons, but if you learn the buttons, this hero does a bit way too much. It's a very good laner. It's an above average laner. It has a save. It has a 90-second cooldown kill spell. Like, most spells that just kind of guarantee a kill are much higher cooldown. Ringmaster's is 90 seconds, very low for this AoE devastating nuke. Its E is a scaling ability, its ulti gives you 2 saves, its talents are at level 10, the escape at cast range is excellent. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Ringmaster. I think the hero just conceptually is stupid. It gets like these souvenirs that are ridiculously strong. It's just a lot of buttons. If this hero had like half the buttons with the same impact, it would probably be maybe the best hero in the game, or a high A tier. Okay, then we have Lion. It's fine. Fire Shard, max your Q and your E and suck some people. Then we have Venge. You guys know how I feel about Venge. I think the Ags, or just like Solar, easy buttons, easy to play, scales well into the game with like Solar Ags as a sub. Then we have Phoenix. Phoenix has a shockingly high win rate. Historically, this hero does not have a good win rate. I think it's mostly due to the difficulty of the hero, hitting your W and hitting your E and knowing when to click egg without killing yourself. It's actually a very hard hero. However, Phoenix is one of those heroes where if you play it well, let me tell you, kind of like, I would put him on the same, Phoenix has the same level as like something like a Grimstroke or a Ringmaster, where if you get the buttons down, you will cook. Get it? Oh my god. But yeah, basically, Sunray Max with the Shard is some of the highest teamfight impact in the game. The hero's laning stage is not the best, but all in all, I think this hero as a Vessel buyer is fantastic. You can go that route. I'm a big fan of Vessel. I really do believe that the item is still underrated. The 70% heal reduction is just... I mean, it's crazy stuff. Then we have Nyx Assassin. Nyx, I thought, was going to be completely dead after its nerfs, but no, it's actually doing very well in win rate. And I think the reason why, I'm going to keep it a stat, guys, in pubs. Every time I have to play a pub, even a pub that is like rank 1,000 average, so like 10k average, I get reminded about how much people feed. Like, I'm just keeping a stack. This sounds cocky, and it is a little cocky, so forgive me, but the higher you go, the less random feeds there are, the more people are better at using their lead. Like, if you get a 3k lead at minute 10, obviously it's still thrown. There's still a ton of comebacks. It's not like it doesn't happen. It's just less common. People are good at snowballing their lead. The lower you go, the more people just throw. And then all of a sudden, the heroes that just scale well and are mid to late game terrorists just are way better. And Nyx is just an example of that, where his early game is terrible. It's so bad. It's awful, horrendous. But if you get to the mid game, you're really good. You just have a bunch of stuns and still one-shot people. All right, then we have Bounty Hunter. Much better hero than Nyx on average. Just much better laner, way better. Track, it's a good spell, easy to play, you buy Vessel, just solid, just buy Vessel Roof. Then we have Wyvern. I mean, this hero historically is one of the highest win rate pub heroes, always. And if it gets a buff next patch, I do believe that it will be an A tier hero, even in the pro scene. Wyvern just does a lot of stuff. It has 2 slows, percentage damage, a heal, a save, AoE team fight that is very good against bad positioning, a BKB counter. You know, it does a lot of stuff, but its laning is not very good, and it's a little hard to play. It's actually very hard to play. Let me re-say that. It's very hard to play. So yeah, Winter Wyvern, its buttons do a lot. Again, on the note of Phoenix and Ringmaster and Grim, if you get it down, this hero can be S tier impact, like from the support role. Just a little finicky, its laning is not great. Then we have Night Stalker. I really believe in this hero in pubs, mainly just because it's like very useful. Teamfights division, very easy buttons, straightforward laning stage. People don't really keep track of the day-night cycles, so you're not going to get punished for that. Like, really, I would say the biggest flaw of Night Stalker at the highest level is that people keep track of the day-night cycles vigilantly, and they will run at your ass and run at your teammates because you are useless. But if people aren't intentional about that, it becomes way better as a hero. And yeah, it's still just super solid, easy buttons, good team fight, good scale. Then we have Mirana. Ever since they gave her the Starstruck facet, this hero is way better. I think Moonlight Shadow is just a very nice Dota ability. It's one of those spells where you click it in a team fight, and if people don't have the right sentries and dust, it's going to be one of the best spells in the game. And yeah, I mean, Starfall does 600 damage. I just want you guys to understand that Lion Finger of Death is 600 damage. Just so you get it, Starfall at level 7 is 600 damage because it does full damage on the second meteor with Starstruck. Just so you understand, it's a 12-second cooldown Finger of Death. That is what the spell is. Yes, you have to be close to them, so you have to leap in, but it is that, and it is good for that. All right, let's get into the A tier. We have Jakiro. Wonderful hero. I think the hero as a +4 should try to scale. I'm a big fan of the Twin Terror into like drums, shard, shreds. If you haven't seen this build, it cooks. I mean, it does so much damage. Then you buy like a hurricane pike and you scale excellently. You have a lot of follow-up damage. You scale into the game. Your 10 talent is attack range, which is really, really nice with the shard and the E max. Then your 15 talent is liquid fire attack speed slow. And oh my gosh, in the mid game, when you are putting liquid frost, which is just a nice ability for amping up your other abilities and your auto attacks, and liquid fire, which is an 110 an AoE attack speed slow, you just make certain carries that don't have a BKB, even if they have a Manta, you're like, okay, but it can be dispelled. It's a 4-second cooldown. I have had Ember Spirits go on me, and you would be like, oh, that guy's magic damage, but in order to kill you, he really does have to auto attack you, like, at least a little. But if you put this E on them at level 15, they can't hit you. It's 110 attack speed slow. It's some crazy number. So yeah, I love this hero. Big fan of the Twin Terror Shard build, and it's a lot of fun. You should really give it a shot if you haven't. Then we have Tinker. I can't not put this hero here. It's a little hard, but man, oh man, a well-played Tinker is devastating. The hero, its laning stage is bonkers good. Its ability to farm is the best in the game out of all the subs. Its ability to scale is excellent. Its counter is Nullifier, so if you're playing against Tinker, you can buy a Nullifier at some point on someone. It just dispels heal bots and the E and the items he tends to buy, but yeah, healing Healbot Tinker is wonderful. Even if people buy a Nullifier, the way you get around it is eventually scaling into Aether into Ags and just playing around the typical laser Tinker, and it's easy to get there. All right, then we have Wind Ranger. I think Killshot Wind Ranger is very, very strong right now. Just easy follow-up damage, very strong laning stage, fun to play. The Shard is great. The hero scales well because it just has a long duration stun, and Killshot is percentage execute. And so yeah, I'm a big fan of Wind. It's just very well-rounded. Probably the most well-rounded hero right now. Then we have Warlock. I do have to put this hero here. I'm just keeping it real, guys. I can't in good faith, like, not put Warlock in the top pos 4s. I know people might find this a bit controversial because it's like not a pos 4 hero, but I just don't see Dota that way. I haven't for a long time. I just think in pubs, if like, let's say your mid is like some sort of stun, right? I think generally the best thing to have around that guy in pubs is just AoE damage and team fight, or just damage and team fight. And Warlock is like that, right? Just run around and click Fatal Bonds and W and like Golem, and your impact is going to just be higher than most of the standard pos 4 heroes. And most of the standard pos 4 heroes, I just feel like are nerfed. I'm just keeping it as that, guys. Like typical follow-up damage like Skywrath, it's just not what it used to be. Skywrath, Rubik, Muerta, Grimstroke, like these heroes are just not what they were, you know? They're just not. I would say the current pos 4 standard pool is just not that good. The main one that's like solid right now is like Wind, you know, and she's like very good, but I don't even know if I can put her above like the Jakiro that I put a bit lower than her, you know, or the Warlock. I just don't feel like I can. And so even if you're a 4 player or you're forced to play pos 4, I would say the way to go is just play a Warlock in the offlane, and you're gonna do a lot. All right, then we have Shadow Shaman. Getting back to the traditional pos 4s, we have Shadow Shaman. The comment section hated me for a second, but we're back to the standard shit. Go stun people, okay? This hero has very, very good win rate. That is the main reason it's here. I will say, I have seen it a lot more at the top level. A lot more people are experimenting with it. I believe Chicken Fingers is a really cool ability that this hero has. It actually makes trading really scary. It just hexes you for 1 second when it hits you. Every so often, which is really, it's actually really annoying to trade into. It allows him to kind of close the gap, which this hero struggles to do due to his bad movement speed and attack range. So that really, really helps him. And then the hero's spells, it's just kind of one of those things where it's very punishing for mistakes, right? It's just kind of one of those heroes where I don't think it's nearly as good at the top level, because if people don't make as many positioning issues, it just struggles to get its spells off due to the bad cast ranges. However, when there's bad positioning or, you know, like people overextend and stuff like that, Shaman becomes like the best hero in the game because it just has a long duration stun. It's a, 5-second shackle. And then snakes are just a nice ability to have. They're going to allow you to take towers, take Roche, take Torms, right? All these objectives. It's very convenient. I would say this hero's scaling is mainly just going to come from buying like utility items, Glimmer, Aether, BKB Blink, that type of jazz. All right, then we have Clockwork. Yeah, this hero, even after being kind of gutted, mainly due to the fact that the Q does not do double damage to creeps, is still the top win rate pos 4 roaming melee hero. And I would say I'm not that shocked. This hero does a lot. I will say, I think there's 2 ways to get max value of the hero. Number 1, I think you should max your Q in the early game and just kill people. It's very strong. And then number 2 is just buying a Vessel. Really, I think Vessel Clockwork is just nasty to play against. It can solo kill most subs, and it puts a lot of pressure on most cores. This hero kind of just gets in there, does a lot of damage with its Vessel. If it cannot be dispelled, it's going to get some hero at least a half HP. And yeah, I mean, it's really nice for that. It's going to be your classic stun. Cogs are still an incredible ability with expanded armature. And it's a vision hero. On top of that, I love this hero's Ags. I think the other thing you can do is just rush an Ags. I think it's very high impact to just have max flare Ags. It's a lot of vision. It's a blink cancel. It's a lot of slow. It's a lot of damage. I've been a big fan of Clock Ags for a while now. I think it's hyper underrated. Even though some people buy it, I think it's hyper underrated. All right, getting to the S tier plus 4 heroes. The first one on the list is Veno Jungle, baby. Let's go. You know it was going to be here. Come on. It's the best hero in the game. I mean, sure, I'm not putting it as the best plus 4, but it's the best hero in the game. Veno Jungle is far above and beyond the best strategy in Dota. It is right now. It probably always will be. Even if they make it where he can't jungle, I'll probably still bring him into the jungle just for old time's sake. But right, yeah, Veno Jungle, Vessel Buyer. That's all I gotta say. Team fight, damage. All right, getting to the best S tier plus 4 in the game is unfortunately AA. Yeah, I know, a bit of a bummer. You probably just clicked off the video. You're like, I'm just gonna go on TikTok now. Actually, what are you gonna watch after this video? Is it another one of my videos? Is it Blast Slam? Is it TikTok? Comment down below. Okay, but yeah, it's AA. I mean, I'm keeping it in stack. I'm actually not memeing. The Veno obviously is a bit of a joke. It's not a joke. But AA is not a joke at all. It's not a joke at all. I mean, this hero is just the best plus 4. I think on the similar note of Warlock, I mean, you've seen a lot of pro teams pick this hero plus 4, so it is literally just a thing, but it's not even just my opinion, even though my opinion is the best. It's just the best hero in Dota right now for support. I believe that for pups. It just is easy to play. It's the best follow-up damage in the game. It is the best follow-up damage in the game. Like, almost objectively. Like, cooldown-wise, damage-wise, bone chill-wise. You know? It just does too much. Its abilities are insane, right? Ice Vortex, one of the best just abilities in Dota. Damage amp. It works with bone chill, it slows. It cancels blinks. It gives vision. It stacks. Okay? Its Q is a really long duration stun. And it's, frankly, not that easy to get off. Like, as long as you're slowing them with something else, it's probably going to go off. Its ulti is one of the best spells in the game. At level 18, it's a 40-second cooldown menace ability. Most carries literally can't buy the items that they want because of this hero. It makes certain heroes not playable. For instance, like Morphling is just a 10 times worse hero. Huskar, almost unplayable. You know, Satanic Buyers just basically can't buy the item. They have to be giga careful. Heroes like Tinker just hate AA. Right? There's just so many examples. Winter Wyvern. Oh, you want to save the guy? You're probably killing him against AA. There's just so many examples where AA just negates the game. It negates certain items. And its numbers are so good right now that, like, usually the downside of this hero is that the numbers might not be the best. So, like, you can kind of abuse it hard enough where the how strong anti-heal is. Like, anti-heal is just insane in Dota, right? Its numbers are usually weak enough where it just isn't plausible because you're just going to get run over. But that's just not the case right now. The hero isn't that bad of a laner. It's not great, but it's not that bad of a laner. And yeah, bone chill is just, I mean, you're chilling my bone. Just, you're chilling the bone. And chilling the bone is good. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.
And that's all. But remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below. And I'm out. Peace.